Well, he didn't introduce me, but I'm his father. So I'm Con's dad. I've been his dad now 1998,
96.
since then.
96.
And Con is the middle of three boys. He was the sweetest of all of them as a baby. Still sweet.
You've heard it before.
One of the things I want you to know, I know we're all here for them tonight, but Elizabeth and Connor have actually had a tough go of it. Those of you who know them well know that their names are unique. Connor is a Connor with an O, and Elizabeth is an Elizabeth with an S. And they've spent their whole life not unable to get a tchotchke. They can't get a balloon with their name on it. There's nothing they've ever been able to do that has their name on it. But they are special because they're special, right? So one of the things that Connor was, I'll talk about Connor because I know him. So Connor was, of my three boys, Connor had a plan. All three of them have found their way. I got a fireman, I got an HVAC tech, and I got Mr. Corporate over here who actually likes wood more than he likes spreadsheets. But Connor had a plan. And Connor's plan, he was going to go to college, he was going to get a corporate gig, he was going to be in a fraternity, and there was going to be a girl somewhere in that mix. And I can say that in that time in college and in high school, Connor, and he'll admit this, was the best boyfriend ever. But the problem was he gave a lot more than he got. So he was a really good boyfriend. But, and high school with them, hey, what do you know? Some of these girls, right? They were nice girls, but they never, they weren't that crazy about me, and I don't know why that is. And but it never seemed, in my opinion, in his mother's opinion, even though he was this super duper boyfriend, I'm not sure they ever really appreciated you for what you were.
Thank you.
So, but he went to college, right? So he goes off, does all this stuff, and he got, he went out. He got the corporate gig. He was working for General Mills, living the exciting life of soups and cereals, buy one get one, which, by the way, is a BOGO. It's a BOGO. So he's living this life of a BOGO, and he's living in Cincinnati, of all places, but that was the first place you got sent after you were in Kansas City for a while. So he was in Cincinnati, but has anybody ever had Skyline chili?
No.
All right. Hey, there you go. Right? So they call it chili. But it's not chili. It's just this weird, cinnamon, weird sauce, right? So it was like his life. He had it all. It was like he was chili. And it was Skyline chili. He was Skyline chili. So some stuff comes around. COVID comes. He has an opportunity and he wasn't happy. I'll just say that. You'd think he'd be happy in Cincinnati. Come on, Cincinnati. But he wasn't. And COVID came, and he had an opportunity to go off into the woods and find himself. So Connor, we have a piece of property that is down in southern Missouri. Connor went out there and basically worked from there. And oh my goodness, the first summer he was there, you were out there 18 months at least, by himself. And he built trails for bikes. Man, I come home and the whole front of the place has got a trail that he's cut that he never used after he did it, but it was amazing. It was amazing. And somewhere on my property there's a rock shaped like Arkansas that he found, cut, painted, put on the bike trail. I don't know where it is now. But, so, and anybody who knows Connor now knows Connor is into wood. He found a love for wood. So he's got a mill, he's got all these things. But what happened down there was he did, in all that time, he did get a new job. General Mills was soul sucking, and he got on with Kellogg's. By the way, have you seen the new Pop-Tart?
Yes, I have.
That logo is everywhere.
Yeah,
Free marketing.
It was amazing. Yeah. Oh, I won't go there, but it's a great movie. But what he did down there was he found himself, and he found his center, and he actually, in my opinion, he found his purpose to find more purpose. So he's living down there, and his mom and I would come down because it's still our place, and we would go down there. And Connor's all about, if you've ever seen Connor's workspace, and you guys have, Connor's all about sticky notes and manifestation. And so his mother's nosier than I am.
Hey, hey! I was cleaning and I found it.
Okay. So there's this note on his monitor that says, "Be the kind of man Elizabeth would want to marry."
Yeah.
And so I go to Monica and I say, "Who the hell is Elizabeth?" I had no idea. He had never talked about it. It turns out he had actually had their first kiss when we were at the property. They were having a New
Party,
Year's Eve
yeah.
party at our house, which we didn't even know about. That's where they had their first kiss. Like in Benjamin Button, you know, they kind of went their own ways and they didn't come back until a while. So Connor came home, and then he was different. He seemed to find, you know, it's like he was different, and he wouldn't tell us anything. I mean, he was not going to jinx anything because he had bad experiences. He didn't want to get us all worked up, and he did not want anybody knowing what was going on. And so we still didn't know who the heck Elizabeth was, with an S. So eventually, and then he's on the phone with her all the time. And I only know he's on the phone with her because he's in the basement, in the closet. It's a big closet, but he's in the closet, in the basement, for a while there, hours at a time. What are you talking about, right? So he starts getting it together. He all of a sudden he's moving to Chicago. He kind of talked about Chicago, but now he had a reason to go to Chicago, and we were kind of figuring out, oh, this Elizabeth, she's in Chicago and all that good stuff. So he goes up there, and as I said, he had found purpose to find purpose, and they found each other. There's a part in Benjamin Button. Do you guys remember when they're holding
No.
They're holding each other in front of the mirror, and because he's getting younger. And I'm going down a whole.
Yeah. You digressed. Go back.
The point is, they found each other at the right time. I cried like a baby. So I did remember. So they found each other. And I'll say this about Elizabeth. When we met her, like I said, we had always dated girls, and I think the kids used to call it basic. Most of the girls. They were pretty, but you know.
What's it?
So we meet Elizabeth, and we actually met her at your wedding. Great night. We can tell she's got a sense of humor. We still haven't met her. I love her all right from there. Next day, we meet her for the first time, and I'm not even sure I ever met one of your girlfriends without makeup. She was comfortable, hugged me. None of them ever hugged me. And it was like, oh, this one's comfortable. This one. So, come on, Kevin. So the thing is, Elizabeth gives as good as she gets. And that includes crap. She gives it right back to him. It includes apparently funny voices. That I just love the fact that you guys talk to each other. She keeps me honest. She set me straight a couple of times. Because, believe it or not, I have a tendency to ramble and say things inappropriate.
Okay, you digressed.
I
Go back.
digress.
Okay.
So she gives as good as she gets. You know the big part. Come on, she loves him a lot, and she's not basic. And so now here we are, and this, I'm not going to go real personal, but this has been a tough year for Connor and I, and my family was messed up, my family of origin. And what Connor and Elizabeth helped me realize is that your family that you create as much as we love them, is more important than your family of origin, right? So everybody in this room adores you guys. We will always be there for you. But you're the beginning of something. That tomorrow, it's official. Boom, boom. And then I know you can't relax until you have that first drink when you finally land and you have your dinner. I heard, yes. So it's still hectic and everything, but that thing is starting. And when you have that first child in the next year or two, when you have that first child, remember, you guys are the most important. And we're all here for you, but your family is what matters. And when you name them, go ahead and maybe do Charles with a Z. Or, Matthew with one T.
Hey.
And so even though they might not be able to get off the shelf kind of stuff, it'll be a literal moniker of how special and unique they are as you are to us. And I love both of you very much. And we may as well, right? So those two, what they're up to. Cheers.